Hey Rad, how are you doing? Hi Furina. Hi guys. Thanks for joining. So today, why I just the name of the topic. It's about Varesa, and you know what? If you ask me, I just let's say I dislike her more and more. And the problem is, she's a little bit like she's not a character who can be played in reaction so good, you know, and that's a problem. I mean, this game is mostly about reactions. Let's say even 4 stars can be extremely useful if they have good, or let's say application, fast application, right, consistent application, I don't know, good skills, etc., something like that. But Varesa looks like she is going to be a little bit different. Hey Josh, how are you doing? What happened for the... Oh no, I'm... You was out try 50-50, Hey dreamers, hi. So tell us about Varesa. About Varesa, yeah. I mean about 50-50, I will tell you everything. So yeah. I will let's say I'm going to do maybe 3 or 4 multis. I will try to keep that 50-50. I can explain my point. Yep. I mean, she is extremely you know why? I mean, if you notice that, if you saw that gacha game or I went to lose game early access videos, I don't know if you noticed that, but mostly her damage is okay when you use specific team and when you use her weapon and her signature. It means any other weapon, because if you notice, I went to lose game, he posted characters and weapons here. Most of the team comps was with her signature weapon. Her signature weapon is crazy as hell. It's extremely powerful. It's way better than any other weapons we have. Even with Ziv cannot compete it. As you know, guys, with Ziv, with that elemental bonus damage, in many cases better than a signature 5-star weapon for some characters, right? Let's say even for Nuvolet's weapon, even though it's crazy as hell, with Ziv, with that 96% 96% elemental damage bonus, it's crazy. For Varesa though, it's a little bit different. That weapon is better. Also, the numbers is better. Also, that plunging damage, her set, etc., something like that. It means, you know, you can get some damage, but still, chlorine in this case way more better. Why? Because even though Varesa cannot be played in so many team comps, archetypes, my bad. It's mostly overloaded and plunging with Furina, Shenyon, and iansan. The problem is you cannot change the characters. You always need to use iansan, Shenyon, and Furina. We don't have any other characters who can give you more damage, you know, buff Varesa. So Bennett Chevreuse Iansan meta? No, no, Bennett Chevreuse Iansan is not meta. You know why? The meta is going to be mavuika, Chevreuse, Iansan, and Varesa. That's going to be maybe... It's not a meta, by the way. It's not... It's kind of like a second team. So yeah, the first team, the best team is going to be Varesa. Let's say yeah, let's talk about teams. The best team is going to be Varesa, Shenyon, Furina, and Iansan. It's the best team for Iansan in terms of damage. You can get pretty decent amount of damage. It's not bad, but it's limited. You know why it's limited? Because until we get new great buffer, that damage is going to be the same, exact the same damage, you know. But game is improving. We definitely will get more and more different enemies with a high HP, you know, with more resistances, with and that's a problem. Let's say Nuvolet can utilize other characters and do more reaction, etc., something like that. With Varesa, it's a little bit difficult to do. difficult to achieve like higher numbers, you know. You need to farm like perfect artifacts, which is actually possible, but yeah, it definitely will take like some time. About the second team is going to be Overloaded Team, right? And the team is going to be Varesa, Mavuika, Iansan and Chevrus. So yeah, you can go Bennett, you can go Shenling actually, it's kinda like, yeah. But like, you know, like Mavuika in this case is better. You know why? Because with Mavuika you also can utilize her burst. Because yeah, like Varesa consume night soul points, and she also not a bad battery like fighting spirit for Mavuika, you know. And Varesa consumes like night soul points as well, because it doesn't do much reactions. By the way, like I've done like watching season. It was very time consuming. Now like tomorrow I need to, for real, that's crazy. You've watched like all of 3 seasons like in couple days, man. That's insane. No, like I'm good, Dreamer, thank you very much. By the way, today's WuWa stream. Oh, for real, I forgot about that WuWa stream. For real, we got a WuWa stream. Just a second. Oh yeah, that's true, official. Oh, I need to watch it actually. Yeah, I will rewatch it. My bad, I somehow missed that. And also we should get like yeah, like the quotes, right? All right, I will rewatch it like later. It was a good, like, bro, expected like characters and special free 5-star for over, for real. That's great. Oh yeah, like yeah, it's going to be like animo or like how it calls. Well, yesterday I was like playing Furina ritual music and I got the look on X1 for real. I mean, like sometimes you know, Furina, like this, like this gacha game sometimes like yeah can, let's say, surprise us. I mean, like if you like Diluc is not bad actually. You know why? He's still playable despite anything, like yeah, because he has pretty good multipliers, he had plunge attacks, and many players I know like Diluc's game style, you know. He's very easy to play, even easy like when you have Bennett Constellation 6. So yeah, it's like, just a second, let me. Cantrella looks like awesome. Yeah, like I definitely will go for Cantrella. Definitely. I just like, you know what, guys? I just saved a lot of like asteroids. So yeah, I have like pretty good amount, and then definitely will go for. And Cantrella is going to be on the first phase, right? Something like that. She looks amazing. Yes, she looks crazy. I'm sure we get Phoebe and Changli when they run. About that, Josh, actually I wouldn't maybe suggest you to go for Changli back then. You know why? About Phoebe, Phoebe actually has more potential than Changli. Why Changli is so great? Changli is great because she has like quick swap function. It's really so convenient when you play. You know, like I usually play Shangliao, which also has that that option, that ability, and Changli. And when you play these characters, it's so easy to against enemies in open world especially. Because when I switch to different team, it's looks like it's like kinda like freezing, you know, like yeah, like in Genshin Impact when you try to switch and yeah, you cannot switch the characters. Those characters are crazy. Only because of that, Changli is so great. I skip PB just like for control. Yeah, controller. No way. If I got today's stream here. Yes, unfortunately. Unfortunately, I. And who am I? For real? Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Josh. Yeah, unfortunately, you know, like I didn't expect that, but yeah, like I completely forgot. Thank you for the code. Leviathan, Imperator, and like who am I? Damn, but I actually tried getting like All right, guys. So yeah, like about Varesa, let's just like let me continue. So yeah, she is not bad, but definitely if you have, why I put chlorine over Varesa. Chlorine also is a little bit limited in team comps, in archetypes, you know, but you always can have some options. You can change some characters and you will be pretty okay. I mean, like normal, you know, like even like let's say if you don't have like Fischl, you actually can use maybe like Beidou, you know, you can use other characters. Let's say in this case you maybe like, yeah, Iansan is not a great option, but yeah, you can use, maybe try to use her with higher constellations. But for Varesa, no, like you need to use specific characters to get pretty decent amount of damage. Yes, you still can use the damage, you still can get the damage, but it's going to be like not so much. Also, you know why? You saw the numbers. Like I win to lose games or gacha games, like whichever you like prefer to watch. So yeah, the problem is that plunge attack, which gives you the most damage, you cannot do it immediately. It has kinda like it's not a cooldown, but it's kinda like, you know, like you need to do specific steps to get it. You know, that's a problem. You always need to do that to like get that like special burst, and that's a problem. And also, you need some energy to use that special burst, you know, and you definitely need to use her set. Obsidian Codex in this case a little bit problem. You know why? That Obsidian Codex is great for Chasca, for mavuika, for citlali, like because they get that nice soul blessing state immediately. In case of Varesa, it's not immediately. You need to do like yeah, again like something to get it. Yes, she has another, by the way, she has one great ability feature. It's the same like Arlecchino and Noelle has. When she gets that infusion, her stuff, I mean like, yeah, to do like plunge attack, etc., something like you swap over to another, you switch to another character and switch back, she still has that. That's crazy actually. It's like Arlecchino and Noelle has, you know. Yes, that's good, but it's kind of like, you know why they made that? Because like sometimes, since like she relies on buffs a lot, because like she's not so great in reactions. If you remember that couple streams ago, like yeah, back to back, I mentioned that her reaction, like application, it's super slow, and that's true. That's why reaction with Varesa is going to be not so comfortable. You know, you still can play aggravate. Yes, but it's going to be bad. At the same time, overloaded, in my opinion, not going to be so well. You know why? Overloaded is a reaction when you need to like act, like play fast. That's why Arlecchino is so great in Overloaded, you know. Like let's say even mavuika in Overloaded, kind of like clumsy, not so useful. I would like, she's still okay, but not so like, not like Arlecchino, you know. Varesa is going to be the same, you know. Even though mavuika can deal crazy amount of damage, Overloaded usually not for her. And unfortunately for Varesa, like it looks like Varesa can be played like you can get like most of the damage out of those plunge attacks, you know, and that's a problem. That's a big problem. By the way, now about the weapons, I mean, if you don't have any, like that Vidziv is actually not bad. The only problem is like you need to get that elemental damage bonus buff, which is actually good. Attack buff, she can benefit from that. Elemental mastery, she can maybe somehow play in like Quick Bloom or like Hyper Bloom teams, you know. Baiju, it's not a bad option for that, especially because it gives you a shield and also like kind of provides some sort of Dendro application. But again, like reaction is completely not for Varesa. So yeah, because of that, what I decided to do, maybe if I can get Iansan, at least Constellation 1, something like that, within like 55 multis, I will stop. It's better for me to spend like for Effie, you know why? Because Effie is like going to be a supportive character, and yes, if that Constellation 1 definitely will just like cancels that limitation. You know which one? Which is like, yeah, you need to use only Hydro and Cryo characters to like get that 45% refresh rate. If Constellation 1 can like cancel that, I mean like, yeah, allow you to use other elements, then I will go for Constellation as well. You know why? Because it's broken Constellation as hell. Just imagine you get a character and one Constellation just allow you to use other characters. By the way, it doesn't mean you can play a Vapor Melt. You know why? Maybe it's just like allow you to use other characters, and that means more buff. Let's say Mavuika's buff, etc. Or let's say like a Bennett's buff, you know, if it's Constellation 5. So yeah, like good options. Her signature is very good, like even like for other characters who plunge with up option. I mean, you know, like yes, that signature, you mean like it's not bad. You know what's the problem? She's a catalyst. That's a catalyst, Josh. That's a problem. I mean, like, who can use those plunges? We don't have like catalyst plungers. That's a problem. I mean, like, yes, that's true. Like on paper, it looks crazy. Like not only for Varesa, for other characters as well, because like it says that you get attack immediately. When you use like plunging attack, you will gain something like crit damage, etc., something like that. But who can do plunge? You know, like let's do like short. Let's say, let's check who we have like catalyst. We can do that. None of them can do plunges. You know, maybe Xinyun, because yeah, she is like has like a specific plunge. That's why, and that's it. But yeah, Hazel, I don't think so. Maybe Yanfei, it's also like questionable. Mona, like because like Hydro, like I don't know, like maybe Yanfei because of reaction can do some. Lisa, yes, Lisa actually can do that, but still Lisa, it's a little specific character. So yeah, like you know, like it's a little bit like kind of like I don't know. Like yeah, usually catalysts are not plungers, are not great plungers, you know. Yeah, let's give it a try. By the way, why not? You know what? Let's go Spilabis, let's go Xinyun and like Newlet, and let's try to do some plunges. Well, like Yanfei melt. Yes, that's true. I mean, like with help of Shin. Yes, that's true. Like with I got this, Josh. Yeah, that's true. Like without Xinyun, it's like impossible. Let's just try like something. So yeah, let's go like Xinyun, Furina, Newlet, and Mavuika. Right, like we will get some pyro application out of her skill buff by using that burst. Yes, we cannot gain we can go Xilonen, but I would like, yeah, let's go like this one. Okay. I messed up a little bit. Oh yeah, I messed up a lot. Actually, yes, I need to use like Mavuika's burst. So yeah, let's try another rotation. My bad. Let's try Furina. Alright. I mean, yes, maybe. I mean, yes, I'm a little bit low on energy. But, you know, I don't think that weapon. Furina would ruin the pyro application. Furina? Okay, let's try not Furina, Xilonen, no problem. Let's try. But, you know, like, damage is still going to be bad. You know why? Let's try, like, Xilonen, no problem. Actually, that's a good point. So let's go with a team like this. And like this one. The Xilonen can help like get that spy. Yanfei plunging would be interesting if we pair her with citlali. I mean, you know what's the problem? Just imagine you go for a weapon to test Yanfei as a plunger. It's kind of like expensive, you know? So yeah, because Yanfei Constellation 6 was a good build. She is actually extremely powerful. Like yeah, especially with Melt and Wave teams. And yes, the charge attack, you know, like she's just crazy. Yes, we have other pyro options, of course, like Mavuika, Arlecchino, but yes, if you prefer to use like 4-star and like Yanfei, your favorite character, she's amazing. And she's fun to play. Oh, but the point is with that catalyst, you know, like usually like catalyst characters are not intended to be as a plungers, you know? So yeah, Varesa is exception. That's why maybe they made Varesa. That's why maybe they made Xilonen as a buffer, you know? Because like Geo element is kind of like limited a little bit. It cannot directly react and do some damage. It reacts and create crystals. So yeah, rotation is going to be like this. No, rotation should be actually, we need to create, yes. The previous was better, you know? You know why? Even though I like Furina, like, you know why Furina is so great? Because Furina's buff is so huge, even if you lose some reaction and you get that buff, is way more valuable. You know, that's why Furina, that's why, like, guys, I would strongly, if you can, I suggest you to go for Furina if you don't have Furina on your account. Because at the moment we have like a lot of like healers who can use and with Furina and get her enough healing. I definitely forgot someone. Definitely I forgot someone. Yeah, Sayukin is a healer, not a bad healer. We have like Chichi. We have Diona. So yeah, we have like, let's say, but yeah, like let's say, and Sijwin, which I don't have. I usually use like Yao is great. It's like players use Charlotte. Charlotte's great. Barber is not bad. Barbara's burst can get you fanfare stacks. So yeah, like we have a lot of. That's why going for Furina, if you don't have Furina, is a great option. Like she's just crazy. Let me try the same team I used before, like this one. You know why? Because yeah, again, like she gives so much damage, and rotation with Furina is way more easier than with Shinyon. Damage is less, considering 75 bonus from let's guess like catalyst users can't really deal lots of damage. Oh, what? Damage is less, considering 75% bonus from Leyline. Oh, you want me to use like on the second half, right? I mean, yes, I can. And by the way, yes, about that ley line. If you remember, if you watch the videos, you most likely notice that. Like, let me. That's true, actually. Let me go like on the second half, because like second half gives 75. If you notice that, like Ivan Toulouse and Gacha Gamer used like Varesa on the second half with Plunger, that's why numbers were so high. You know. So yeah, that's another like. But if you watched Gachas a little bit, like, let's say, you know, like he mentions that, yeah, the numbers might be a little bit like not so high because of like, yeah, this one is actually crazy. Okay, let's try, but I'm going to use like this team, if you don't mind. So yeah, and mavuika, because we have single targets. Unfortunately, I don't have. No, actually, let's go like this one. And let's try. Yeah, like this one. Doesn't Leyland apply to both the halves? No, only one. Only one. Oh, for real? You didn't know that? So yeah, like, just a second. Yeah, like, let me just like start it over, no problem. Yes, like, we always have, like, that's why, if you remember last Pylabis, like, Kazuha and Sucrose and civil reactions were so crazy. It's the first halves, you see? Character's elemental skill, Hydro damage increased by 75. That's why elemental skill. That's why Yelan is not so great on the first half, you know? Like, Shinchu is okay, Furin is okay. Even, like, Barber is kind of like mid. Even New Bullet is not okay, but New Bullet is like crazy as hell. He's super powerful. And this one is character plunging attack damage is increased. So yeah, it's only for the second half. It's like that. So yeah. So yeah, anyway, let's try this one. We have like Cinder City, we have Vivi set. So yeah, we have all of the stuff. That's why my Furin is dealing insane. Yes, that's true. Like, yeah, that's why insane damage. So yeah, that's why like Shinchu deals insane damage when you use his skill. Yeah, it's because of that. And by the way, why I switched, I will... I switched to Japanese, I will like tell you why. Yeah, the problem is like... I again missed my cookie. Alright, so yeah, let's try. Hey Yoni, how are you doing? What do you think about Varesa? Oh yeah, my thoughts about Varesa, like Yoni, changed drastically. You know why? Now I think she's not a great, not a good option. I mean, like, you know, like at the moment, if let's say after Varesa, just like, yeah, just saying, Chlorine's banners is up, I would say it's better to go for Chlorine than skip Varesa. You know why? Varesa is extremely specific character with like dedicated team. You cannot change the characters in team. You still can get some damage with other characters, but it's going to be low damage, not so high. Yes, you most likely watch that gacha game and I win to lose like early access, but if you notice that closely, you will see that like they like I win to lose especially show the teams, but with that specific teams, her signature weapon, signature set, and after that you can get some damage. Also, she cannot do that like special burst like every time. It's kind of like limited. You know why? Because yes, like if you notice that damage like 200, like close to 300s, you cannot do it back to back to back. It's only like one time, then you need to do again your rotation. They like artificially like made some, it's not a cooldown, but you need to do specific steps to get to that special burst, you know? So yeah, it's kind of like, and also we have way ups. That's a problem. You know why? Because like you not only need to do specific steps, but you also need to have some energy. And since we have way ups, when you fight against way ups, looks like you cannot do those plunges at all. I mean, like plunges with the enhanced damage. Yes, you still can do 150, 180k, something like that, maybe a little bit less, which is like ordinary right damage. It's not bad, you know. But yeah, that enhanced damage, which is actually like pretty high, it's impossible. It's not going to be so possible. That's a problem. Another problem is you need to use specific characters like Xinyun. Like her best team looks like her best team is going to be Xinyun, Varesa, Xinyun, Furina, and Iansan. Second one, possible, it's like Varesa, Mavuika, Chevrus, and Iansan. She's bad in reactions, and we mentioned a couple streams ago, like she's slow on element. She has like slow electro element. That's why main reaction is kind of like you still can get some damage, definitely. But yeah, you know, like it's going to be a little bit like clumsy, like not so like satisfying, you know. So yeah, not like I'll hate him when you use I'll hate him. He's crazy like as hell. Even Nahida in this case better, you know. Yeah, my cookie Shinobu is Constellation 0, like Josh. Unfortunately, that's why I'm struggling so bad. I mean, like, she is Constellation 0 for a year, more than a year. Just imagine. I tried to get cookie for 3 times or something. So yeah, I was... by the way, I have a video, like, when I got cookie, my Constellation 0 cookie, and I leveled her up immediately because she's broken as hell. And by the way, you know what? Back then in Hyperbloom teams, she was better than Raiden. Raiden was a little bit not so convenient to use. Cookie is better. But yes, unfortunately, Constellation 0, I struggle with that. Constellation 0. Hey Sino, how are you doing? Use Furina to apply Uzia to the first enemy to break its Geo Shield. Oh yeah, it's like not for me maybe. Oh, you mean like, yeah, that's use Uzi. Yeah, okay. Only thing I like about Varesa is that exploring. Yeah, well, that's true. Actually, Josh, I agree with you. You know why? Hey, Michael Harden, do you think Xinyun is worth pulling, like, if I also want Xilonen second half? Oh, you know, like, Michael, if you ask me, just a second, Josh, you know, like, Michael, about Xinyun, I think Xinyun is kind of like for some specific team comps. If you like Xinyun, then go for her, but I would say it's better to go for Xilonen and for future characters. You know why? Because plunging, like plunge attacks, it's kind of specific, you know? Let's say you still can use Xiao without Xinyun. You still can use Gaming without Xinyun, you know? Like, yes, it's a little bit less damage. By the way, Varesa and Xinyun, even though, yes, it's cool, kind of you still can use like Varesa without Xinyun as well. So yeah, but Xilonen is great. Future Effie, by the way, which is going to be released in 5.6, is insanely great. Keep that in mind. I would suggest you to wait a little bit, because like as soon as we get 5.5 update, right, we will get like leaks gameplay about Effie gameplay in couple days after that, you know, and you can decide. I would suggest you to go for Xilonen, definitely. Xilonen is just crazy. She, like Xinyun is not even close. I mean, yes, Xinyun can do something, but let's say mostly in Overworld now we have Chasca, like against, like in Spy Lobbies usually if you don't have, like, if you have any other healer, even Jin, by the way, might be in some cases better for Furina than Xinyun, you know? So yeah, like, it's still up to you, but I would suggest to go for Xilonen and future characters. Right now I'm thinking of having her on my Gaming citlali team, and hopefully one day get Hu Tao, but not sure if it's worth it pulling for her. Like, let's say like that. If you want to go for Hu Tao, actually Constellation 0 Hu Tao can benefit from Xinyun a lot. In this case, go for Xinyun. Because you know what's the problem with Hutao? Hutao without Constellation 1, let's say Constellation 0 Xinyun, Constellation 0 Hutao and Xinyun is a great option. You can do plunge with Hutao in this case, and she doesn't consume stamina, and you can do damage. It's actually not a bad damage. Yes, that's true. For Gamik it's also upgrade, definitely. For Xiao is also upgrade. For Varesa is also upgrade. So yeah, but the problem is that specific characters, you know, that's a problem. But yeah, she definitely will like help you to deal more damage, definitely. She's a little bit like, not difficult, but a little bit like, I would say yes, a little bit difficult to build. You know why? You need attack and you need a lot of energy recharge. So yeah, you cannot build her as a DPS. But yes, if you definitely want to go for Hutao, then go for Xinyun. You know why? Because most likely you go for Hutao Constellation 0. If you go for Hutao Constellation 1, then skip Xinyun, I would say. You know why? You can do like, she doesn't consume, like Constellation 1 helps like fix that stamina problem. But it's Constellation 0, then yes, Xinyun is good. I really love the character, like, if tough, like having, yeah, like Michael, like it's like that. Like if you like Xinyun, then go for Xinyun. By the way, you know what? I wished for Xinyun back then, like also because of that. I just liked this character model.
Yeah.
She's crazy. I used her in Overworld, so like kind of like until I get Chasca, because Chasca actually better. Because yes, Chasca deals some damage. Unfortunately, Xinyun doesn't deal any damage. You know, so yeah, like without Constellation and her signature, yes. At Constellation 0 with like 4-star weapon, she's kind of me, you know, she's mostly supportive character. But if you like the character, go for it, yes, because you know why? Like let's say we don't know when we get that Xinyun rerun in the future, you know. It's like, yeah, it's difficult to say now. As you know, like Hoyo just change banners and give you some different characters. So yeah, and the future banners in Notcry is definitely going to be some crazy characters. Just keep that in mind, you know, like let's say Effie, Skirk, they are pretty powerful characters. Okay, so yeah, Josh, sorry about that. About Varesa, about exploration, yes, Josh, actually I agree with you. You know why? Because exploration Varesa is great. Why? You don't need to get that fury like passion state, and you still can do plunging, you know, that's crazy, by using like charge attack. This is actually pretty cool, and you can do a pretty decent amount of damage. So you only consume some stamina and that's it, you know. And also she has AoE. That's not like crazy amount of damage, but that damage is enough to like play in Overworld. So yeah, for Overworld actually she's crazy, not gonna lie. I don't want to say she's like Chasca. I prefer Chasca more because yes, flying, like ignoring immunity, you know, as you know, like Chasca can ignore immunities. It's way better. But yeah, if you don't have Chasca and like don't even intend to go for, like don't want to go for Chasca, yes, like that Varesa is not bad for exploration. You're not pulling her water. Like, Sino, you know what? I decided to kind of like, let's say I still want to get Constellation 2 iansan. So maybe if I can get Constellation 2 iansan early, I will save that 50-50 for Effie's banner, you know? So yeah, if I lose my 50-50, that's crazy. I definitely will go. I want to get Effie. Yes. We will get some leaks, we just need to like check them if she's going to be good or bad, etc. But according to the like info we have at the moment, she is going to be crazy. And by the way, you know what, 5.6 application is already opened. So yeah, also the fact that iansan's sprint slower than Varesa is crazy considering, yes, like let's say iansan, let's say if you compare with Varesa, iansan has no sprinting whatsoever, because if you notice that, like yeah, even though Varesa, as you know, like that bar which gives you Night Soul points, it's only like has like 40, like yeah, she has only 40 Night Soul points like within that bar. iansan has 54. But despite that, yes, like sprinting, if you compare sprinting, iansan sprinting and Varesa sprinting is just insanely crazy. And also she can jump. You know, just jumping is so crazy actually. Yes, extremely fun to play in Overworld. Extremely fun to play. I just came back from like being and I see like Shinyun and Mavuika new team. Oh yeah, like Shinyun, Mavuika, yes, like we do the team at the moment. Like you see, like I do the same team but with Xilonen without Furinarat. Like I already tried that. It's not a bad team. So yeah. Why always these cursed teams? Like, you know what's the problem, Rat? Actually, this team is not so great. This team is not so great. We just want to test, like, Josh want me to test, like, that weapon. You know what's the problem with Varesa? Another problem with Varesa, she has that weapon, and that weapon is broken as hell. Unfortunately, that weapon is a catalyst. Like, not so many characters can do plunge damage, you know? Not so many characters can do plunge damage. Yes, you still can do with Newlet, with Lisa, with Yanfei. Yanfei is actually not bad, I would say. She's because like Yanfei also has some like charge attacks, etc., something like that. But so yeah. Say my cookie. Oh, I didn't know that. I'm very glad to get her in sandwich. That's true. Because yeah, Nahidal hate him. That's true. Like yeah, the same, Josh. Like but me, I don't remember how many wishes I spent to get that Cookie Shinobu constellations, at least one copy, you know? So yeah, I spent a lot, definitely, because like yeah, that was, and yeah, like, but Constellation 0 is bad. When you have Constellation 2, she's way more comfortable to play, because as soon as you lose that Electro application, you just switch to Cookie and use it again, her skill. And you know what's another problem? Since that skill lasts for 12 seconds, not 15, it means less healing. It means your character is way more vulnerable, you know, for damage, and you can die, etc. And Cookie herself, you know, that's why like that constellation is crazy. Like in any case, it's like that's crazy constellation. Oh, Poke Vortex like to try different teams. Right? Oh yeah, like Sino, you know what? No, it's not because of that. You know what I want to try? I want to try Plunge Newlet with Mavuika application and Xilonen. And it's because of weapon. The problem is, yeah, I don't use like catalyst, like would be nice to use. Actually, yes. But still, let me try this one. Like 2 years ago. Oh yeah, no, for me like Cookie Shinobu, no, like I got Cookie about like after like 1 year after her banner, just imagine, that's why, it's about like that. Any other anemo would work better in this team, I think. You know why not? Because we already have Shinyun with Vivi set, and we need some damage. And if you use any anemo character, it's going to be anemo damage, but not like vape damage or melt damage or something like that. That's why I would say no. It's not like Xiao. Why Xiao is great? Because Xiao has multipliers. That's why he is great. But any other catalyst, I would say elemental like Hydro, like Pyro would be better. Is it known what characters will be in 5? In 5.6, Yoni, yes. We should get Effie, we should get Ifa, also most likely Mualani and Kinich rerun, Emily if I'm not mistaken. And that's it. I don't know about like 4-star, unfortunately. The only 4-star which should be released is Ifa. He is going to be an Anemo 4-star catalyst, and looks like he is a healer. So yeah, not a bad option, by the way. You know why? He's going to be Anemo, and he can hold Cinder City, and also most likely can do Swirl, which is actually not a bad option, you know? So yeah, it's kind of like, yeah, we need to do some tests. We'll see how it goes. Effie leaks are here, like there's a new leak about like, you know why? It's a little bit early to say something about Effie. You know why? We definitely will get some leaks exactly after 5.5 update. At the moment, saying something, it's super early. If you remember like Mavuika's leaks before 5.0, like mostly all of them was false, you know, like, yeah. So yeah, the only truth was about the bike, that's it. That, yeah, she can ride a bike, something like that. I want 3 characters in the next patch, like Shinyon, Xilonen, and Varesa, and I'm guaranteed. Oh, I'm sad. Shinyon, Xilonen, you know, like Rat, if you ask me, among all of these characters, I would definitely suggest you to go for Xilonen. Like, skip Shinyon, definitely skip Shinyon. I mean, like, Varesa, I would say you're lucky, actually. You know why? You're lucky because... Oh, no, you're not lucky. Xilonen is going to be released on a second phase. That's a problem for you. Anyway, like, Xilonen is way better. Xilonen is better than any other characters. Because if you have mavuika, you definitely need to go for Xilonen. Yes, you still can use like, you still can go for Varesa. You know what the point is? Shinyon is a supportive character. She can enable Varesa. Oh, I'm sorry. She can enable Furina because healing abilities. She also apply plunges. As you know, like, she gives you 8 plunges. The problem with plunges, it's single target. Keep that in mind. So it's not a multiple target. You cannot get the same damage on multiple targets. It's single target. Let's say if you apply this one on Gaming, for example, and you fight against 3 enemies, Gaming's own personal plunge damage will apply to 3 of them, but enhanced damage with Shinyon only to 1 of them. Just keep that in mind. It's single target plunge damage, which is bad, but it is what it is. If Capitano not playable, I'm not. I'm so done. No, like, yeah, Sino, we need to wait. Okay, Sino, okay. But main priority skill, yes, like, what does Effie do, Michael? About Effie, like, Effie is going to be, like, according to the leaks, Effie is going to be, I don't want to say great or something, but pretty good cryo supportive character with hydro and cryo rash rate up to 45%. Also looks like she is going to be healer, not a bad healer by the way, and also she's sub DPS. Let's say it sounds a little bit suspicious for me, because just imagine so many things in one character. Yes, it's kind of like Diona, but enhanced Diona and a 5-star, because Diona, as you know, has defensive utility, she has a shield, she can heal, and also she applies cryo pretty good, and also she gives you buff at Constellation 6. Kinda like Diona, maybe better. Yeah, she's going to be sub DPS, healer, and cryo character. Most likely, like, according to the leaks, she is supportive character for Skirk. Not only for Skirk, but Skirk especially. You know, with those abilities, she can be good for Risley as well, for Ayaka as well, you know. And yeah, looks like that Effie is going to be crazy, actually. When numbers of Sino and Hydro, when number of Cryo and Hydro characters in 1 to 3, there is at least 1 Cryo Hydro. Effie, I don't like. Oh, thank you very much, Josh. Thank you very much. Like, okay, it's like something new. Actually, I didn't know. I haven't seen that yet. Ah, I see now. Actually, yes. When numbers of Cryo and Hydro characters in the party is like 1 to 4, there is like at least 1 Cryo Hydro character. Actually, this is crazy. You know why? I mean, like, yeah, it means like we will definitely get some Constellation, Josh, which can, like, yeah, override that role. Maybe Constellation 1 can do that, like, you know, like the Newlet Constellation. Newlet, by the way, has the same constellation, kind of the close constellation. When you have different elements, he gains like additional damage, which is like 110, 125, and 160. Ayaka new team? Yes, actually, Rat, yes. You know why? Because, like, Effie, like, since Effie is going to be cryo supportive character and sub DPS, etc., something, you definitely can use Ayaka. And you know what? Many players, as you remember, guys, went for Shenhe on a Chronicle banners. Like, I would say Shenhe is still going to be valuable, but Effie is going to be better. So yeah, like, let's say if you have Shenhe, you actually can, like, let's say you can do some damage with Skirk, and it will be better than without Shenhe, but Effie definitely will be some upgrade, you know. It would be great if this team would work. Oh, you mean Ayaka, Shenhe instead of Kazuha, cause like more cryo, res, reduce, and it's similar buff. Let's, you know, like yes, like you mean like no, like the only problem with like Effie, just keep that in mind, she is not a natlan character. So yeah, it's like it's only 45% rest rate. It's not like kind of like I would say Kazuha is still, it still might be not a bad option, you know, for some teams. And if that like passive which Josh said it's true, like you can still use Kazuha and get 50% rest rate, I would say going for like mono cryo teams, it's not a bad option, you know. So yeah, let's say 3 cryo, or let's say Furina team, right? Or let's say Effie, she can heal, and let's say Skirk and Kazuha, you still can get rest rate, you know. It might be not a bad team. You can get 15% rest rate and also can do some damage. Also, if I'm not mistaken, if the character has something like that, like 1, 2, 3, 4 or something like that, definitely one of the constellation will like override this rule. So yeah, with maybe constellation 2, you can go one different element and you will be alright. If it lets you have one paimon from different... I mean, like, yes, Yoni, but it's still questionable. You know why? That constellation 1? Because that constellation is broken as hell. Because if it's so, maybe I will go for that constellation. Just imagine, like, you get constellation and can go, like, not only, like, Hydra and Cryo characters, but, let's say, Pyro Bennett constellation 5 to give some buff. And also, don't forget about that Skirk, most likely, like, let's say not most likely, according to the leaks, she is going to scale of HP. So yeah, but Effie scales of attack. I got Shenhe before Chlorine Banner. You know, like back then, like, to be honest, I skipped that Shenhe. You know why? Shenhe was one of the first character who intended to be a supportive character, like back then. You know, after that they decided to release 4 stars as a supportive characters, like Mika, you know, like Sarah, etc., something like that. And I decided to skip because it was too expensive for Ayaka. I got Ayaka back then. But yeah, it was extremely expensive, you know. And also like Shenhe, why I didn't like Shenhe back then, she gives you limited amount of normal attacks. It's only 5, if I'm not mistaken, or 7, something like that, you know. Yes, she can buff your burst, which is actually cool. Like, it depends, you hold or like tap skill. But yeah, she's a little bit expensive supportive character. Effie, by the way, is going to be the same, but Effie is kind of new one. I would say, you know what, if you have Ayaka, you can do the test and watch the test before going for Effie. Definitely, like, players will definitely do the test Ayaka and Effie in the future. Ayaka buff is insane. Ayaka buff, yeah, that would be nice. Ayaka Blizzard, Shenhe, 2-piece and attack, Effie, Noblesse. And Furina, about Noblesse, I would say it's might be not a great option. You know why? Let me say you why. Like, mostly, since Effie is going to be a sub DPS, if that sub DPS, like that damage is going to be good, maybe going for Golden Troop is not a bad idea over Noblesse. You know why? Noblesse gives you damage, that's true. Noblesse gives you attacks, that's true. But if the damage is greater, like better than that buff, then it's better to go for a field. It's like when you use Furina with Golden Troop, you know? As you know, like, you can go Furina with Noblesse or like with Tenacity or something like that, right? But yeah, it's better to go for Golden Troop because her personal damage or field damage is crazy. So yeah, if Effie will get like pretty decent amount of damage, I would say maybe it's better to go for Golden Troop. But yeah, we'll see. If she scales of attack, it would be so broken, especially in Ayaka teams, because like huge attack buff. Yes, that's it's not like that. Like you know, like that attack scales. It doesn't mean if you apply gives more attack, like she can consume all of the attacks that give you buff. It's actually not like that. In Genshin, actually, Hoyo tried to avoid doing that like that. So yeah, let's say external buff, not always increase the buff of your, like, it's actually, like, yeah, not, let's say if you give the buffs, Bennett's buff to Effie, it's like, yeah, we need to do some tests, but usually it's not like that. Yeah, because just imagine, like, you can do, like, you know what you can do in this case? You can do infinite buff, and that's a problem in game. So most likely they avoid, like, to do something like that. I mean, Hoyo, it's in game internally. Shinhe applies Cry too, though. Yes, that's true. So Effie and Shinhe in the team would crazy. Yes. Forgot Effie and play Xilonen is better. Forget Effie and go like, oh yeah, like if you are like not free to play Jiburi, then yes, that might be an option, but still, like, it's, you also can go like, yes, like Constellation 2 is a little bit expensive, you know, Jiburi. Not every, like, let's say if you ask me, I usually try to avoid going for Constellation. So yeah, for new players, especially if they miss Xilonen, you know. So yeah, not all of the players has like Constellation 2. What, like, no leaks say like she scales of HP? You mean like Skirk? No, like, actually yes, it says that, Yoni. Yeah, it says that she scales of HP. Yeah, it was like kind of like not so spread with like into the internet, but yes, it says that she scales on HP. But still, it's still questionable, like, you know why? Because we still don't know, like, we don't have so much info about Effie. And yes, just imagine we're like do some, like, you know, like, yeah, talking about Skirk at the moment, it's like, yeah, it's too early. If it can be used with Cryo and Xilonen in any other teams, like, so it would be nice having both instead of Xilonen. Oh, actually, yes. Oh yeah, that's true, but you know why? It's not like that, as like, you cannot use Xilonen and like Effie, because Effie is a limited. Effie can give you 45% only if you use Hydra and Cryo. Just keep that in mind. That's within her passive. And yes, most likely that is true. Like, yeah, most likely she's going to be like Chivalrous, but Cryo, you know? As you know, Chivalrous also can Red Shred, right? But only if you play with Electro and Pyro characters. Oh yeah, Effie heals, that's true. Considering which is best support in the game, I don't think like they released better than Xilonen before 6.0. Yeah, maybe. We don't even know what weapon Aoife uses, so how we know what skill scales of... No, we have, like, Aoife is Catalyst, like, Yoni, come on. Aoife is a Catalyst character. We know that Aoife is a Catalyst, and he is an emo, and he is a healer as well, by the way. Most likely because he's a vet, you know? Maybe some specific healer. Effie burst, like, she heals whole team. Yes, Effie burst, like, let's say... Or like, about Effie, yes, you know what, like, according to the leaks, her heals work like this. Like, when you use her burst, she heals, if I'm not mistaken, burst. Let's say some of her skills, burst or like either skill or burst. She heals like first tick, it's like whole team. Like upcoming ticks, it's only active character. It's actually not bad, you know why? Because let's say if you play against like lectors, as you notice that lectors like also like yeah, hurt all of your characters. It's actually annoying. And yes, first tick goes to all of the characters, which is cool. Instead of healing one member. Wait, so Effie and Aoife coming on... Yes, that's true, Yanni. Effie's Aoife is coming in 5.6. According to the leaks, yes, in 5.6. Both of them. Because in 5.7, only one new character, which is going to be Skirk. That's it. And it's the last character, by the way. If you remember that, like, 5.0 livestream, right? We got like 7 characters, and that Skirk is going to be the last one. Yes, and like in 5.7 we also will get Dahlia. And you know why Dahlia? By the way, we have some news about that. You know, like we should get that new region maybe in 5. In 5.8. It's about Dorman port, you know, harbor or port. It's going to be released like in this place. And you know, we have some info. Tomorrow I will release a video, by the way. Maybe like kind of like, it's not the leaks. It's like kind of like not something fresh info, but still. Most likely we will get this area, like this place, in 5.8. Just keep that in mind, guys. And like, or 5.7, something like that. And that's why Dahlia will be released as well. Dahlia most likely is going to be Mondstadt character. Because of that, we can use Furina with Effie too. Furina and Effie, oh yeah, actually yes, we can. Like, because she can reset Hydro. So yeah, you definitely can use it. The only problem is when you use Furina and Effie, you know what's the problem? The only problem is it's a freeze. So if she has off-field DPS like abilities, she definitely will shoot something like, yeah, which can apply cryo, right? She is a cryo character, Effie is a cryo. And in this case you can freeze the enemies. And freezing usually it's kind of like a little bit downgrade for your damage, you know? So yeah, like it's like that. I have compasses for all regions, so I can wait for a new map parsec explore. Oh yeah, like compasses, yeah, I have them as well. Players with Kazuha, Xilonen, Lanyan, and Citlali don't need Effie for Skirk. If Skirk frees team, then Skirk Furina yellow. You know, like, yes, but let's say Jiburi, like, if you, like, it's not, I wouldn't say like that. You know why? Because let's say the problem is we don't know like Skirk abilities, I mean like her mechanics. So maybe, just maybe, that mechanic will have like a great synergy with Effie. It's possible. Like Ayaka and Shenhe, you know? So yeah, like if you know, like the damage is crazy. Yes, that's true that you can use other characters, which like Kazuha, definitely Kazuha will give like, I would say yes, that Kazuha can give more, because Kazuha can do Swirl and also Reshred. And yes, but Effie can give only 45% if you use only like Hydro Cryo teams. But yeah, we still don't have any like info about Skirk. Maybe they will get like crazy synergy with each other, you know? Like Jubari, I would say like, yeah, like, you know, like saying something stupid or not to go for a characters, like in some cases I say that going for constellation is completely stupid. You know why? Because like it's better to have more characters and have fun than going for one character with like highest constellation, if you ask me. So I say like it's kind of stupid to go like, especially if you are a low investment player, going for constellation, it's like it's a crime. I would say it's better to go for more characters, you know. That's why players want to go for Varesa, even though Varesa may be not so like broken as hell. But yeah, like not all of the characters have like constellation. If you have, for example, constellation to Furina, if you want to go for constellation to Xilonen, like something like that, yes, completely different story. But you know what? I prefer to use constellation 0 characters, because constellation 0 characters in literally every case, like in every game content we have, it's enough to clear all of them. You don't need constellation. You only need constellation if you need more comfortable play. You know, so let's say if you want to do like great numbers, then yes, you go for constellation. But for me, actually, I try to avoid going for constellations. And like, yeah, it's kind of like, for me, it's better to go like for 3 characters instead of going for Xilonen like constellation 3, if you ask me. Alright, so yeah, let me do this plunging. Let's try to do this plunge. I mean, I don't think it's going to be crazy, but yeah, since we have Blessing, which increases the damage by 75%, it might be not a bad option, maybe. Let me just, like, I would say it's better to... You know what's the problem with this? The problem is Mavuika skill, which applies... I will use Xilonen on Newlet, and after that, like, yeah, so like, yeah, Newlet skill, Xilonen, Mavuika skill and burst, then no, Shinyun, then Mavuika to like swirl like Hydra again. If we heal with Furina concentration 0, then good luck. For high damage, because Skirk will not stand for full buff from Furina. That's true. Actually, yes. Yeah, because like she has like, but still we don't know. You know why? Like, because we at the moment we have that 6 seconds, something like that, right? But it doesn't mean like you. Let's say it says 6 seconds. Will cancel bursts, or either bursts or like normal attacks, but it doesn't say like how long you can use that different state, you know, like, yeah, if burst is cancelled for 6 seconds, you need to do some other damage, right? I don't think it's going to last for 6 seconds, most likely 12 seconds, you know. In case of Furina though, Furina is so flexible, it actually doesn't, if you have enough like energy, you can use that burst non-stop. I mean like Furina's burst, you know, non-stop. So it's still possible. I mean like in terms of like using like other characters. But anyway, like we still don't know about like Skirk abilities, mechanic abilities, and how she like the only info we have is that set, which is, as you know guys, yeah, that artifact set is going to be released in 5.6. And most likely all of us, yes, will struggle with that domain a lot. So yeah, with Jupiter we still need some info. But yeah, like if you ask me, I'm like, I just like, I'm on my like same, like it's my opinion, like it's better to go for characters, especially when like, you know why? If you have like different characters, it's way more fun to play. Alright, so yeah, let me try it. So yeah, I'm going to do like something like that. I mean, look, yeah, it's not a bad damage, you know, like, but still, like, the problem is... Yeah, that's it. The 8 hits, like, gone. And yes, as you know, like, let's see, you can do some damage. No, it's not okay. It's not okay. I mean, you know what's the problem with like any? By the way, another problem with like plunging and that weapon. Varesa has AoE. Varesa has AoE. None of them has AoE. Maybe Gaming. Oh no, Gaming is my best. Not Gaming is, of course, Gaming is like Claymore character. Maybe Lisa can do something because she can like create that field, right? That's it. But yeah, none of them has huge area of effect, you know, like, yeah. But Varesa has. Varesa has pretty good AoE. If a sub DPS or heal, yes. Not boss or like the build is bad. Like if a sub DPS or heal. Is if DPS then bad heal. If heal builds then bad damage. Nothing coming so no, actually it's not true. No. It's completely like not true. It's like if she is going to be like about the healing, I don't actually, if you ask me, I don't think she is going to be crazy healer. I mean, she might be better than Cookie Shinobu a little bit, like Cookie Shinobu, like heals a little bit. Definitely like not like Xilonen, definitely not like Bennett, and any other dedicated healers, definitely. So yeah, it's healing is going to be kind of like you know why? Maybe some like some addition, you know, like Iansan has something like that, a little bit, just to keep your characters alive. About the, like, if she's healers and she's bad DPS, look, it's not true, because you know why? Because the great example is Furina. Furina can heal as well, Furina can do DPS, and Furina needs, like, you can completely go without crit rate, crit damage, right? And only use that, like, burst and do some, like, 75% damage buff, you know? It's possible. And she needs HP, so yeah, she's also not so difficult, like, easy to build. Or let's say, I don't know, like Alhaitham, who needs elemental mastery. So yeah, like, she's just a little bit complicated. If she heals pretty good enough and her sub DPS is good enough, you just, yeah, she's might be a little bit difficult to build, that's it. But it doesn't mean like she is going to be bad or something. I mean, yes, the character with some limitations, that's true, because just imagine so many things like in one character. It's like, yeah, it's crazy, but I still don't think she's going to be crazy healer, if you ask me. What about Mel team, Skirk, Xilonen, Furina, and Bennett? I mean, you know what's like Skirk, Xilonen, Furina? Actually, it's possible. You know what, Dreamers, like about the... you know what's a problem about, like, the Skirk? We still don't know her mechanic. That's a problem. We need to get, like, mechanic and see how she's going to be. No, like, but Shanling, I don't want to say Shanling is a great option. If you ask me, it's going to be Skirk, citlali, mavuika, and Bennett. That team, I would say, like, try to going for Shanling, because Shanling is kind of like not great. Citlali is enough to give you fun fast stacks. I mean, like, not fun fast stacks, fighting spirit for mavuika. So yeah, like that team. Shanling is kind of like a little bit, yeah. Nowadays, like, using Shanling kind of like downgrade. My faster round with Sumeru woman and chicken was like 32nd with Noel, White Rock. Oh, that's crazy. Look, hey Lucas, how are you doing? How are you doing? I really want like Varesa, but I will never have to skip of Kinich and Emily. Yes, like, you know what about Kinich and Emily? Actually, if you ask me, I would say Kinich is better, and Kinich is way better than Varesa. You know what's the problem with Varesa? Varesa is going to be like, yeah, that plunging is a little bit like kind of like specific damage, you know? So yeah, like, I would say Kinich is better, if you ask me, like, in terms of damage and in terms of teams. By the way, you can use Hyper Bloom easily or Kinich. You can go Emily. Emily team is great. You actually can avoid even go for Emily. You can use the team like with Shanling and Bennett. It's still like pretty good team. And without Emily, you can go Nahida. You can go Baiju, by the way. Baiju is not a bad option. So yeah, but we have some options for Kinich. Now, like, the meta team for Kinich is kind of like, it's Kinich, Emily, Mavuika, and Bennett. It's not a bad team at all. I don't have enough primos for having them, like, because of like that. I first try Xilonen and then Skirk, and I think Effie give me more value than Xilonen. Effie and Xilonen, but yeah, they're completely different characters. Like, yeah, if you ask me, I would suggest you to go for Xilonen over, like, Effie, definitely. About the value, it's still like, you know what's the problem? It's still questionable. We don't know about the Skirk, like, abilities. You know, maybe that Effie will be better. Let's say if it's Constellation 0, maybe that Effie better than Xilonen, because Effie can do like 45% if you use only Hydra and Cryo, but Xilonen only like 36%, but Xilonen can hold Cinder City. So yeah, it's still like kinda questionable. It also depends on enemies. You know why? The more resistances enemies have, the more valuable is that resistance value. As you know, like it has different formulas. If you above or beneath 0. Hey, did you switch to that? Oh yeah, like, you know why I switched to Japanese? Yes, let me yes, today we have this like anecdote like stuff, and unfortunately most of the characters don't have English voice lines. And today, as I told you, tomorrow I will release a video. Maybe in 5.8 we will get that darn man port, you know, like this place. So yeah, maybe. And I will release like, yeah, we like today, like I have an anecdote for Rosa, and Rosa says that like, yeah, we have couple like merchandise from Danport, etc., something like that. So I will release a video tomorrow. Hey MZ, how are you doing? Gameplay animation for real, Josh? You know, like Josh, I don't know like about that, but yeah, it's kind of like I didn't expect that. You know why? Do you just want animation? Actually, you know what? If you ask me, for me, like productivity, like say it's I place it above any animations, but yeah, have like that's why you like Varesa. Yeah, I know. Now I got it. That's why you like Varesa. Many people see Effie shred kill team option for scare. In the end, like her kid will not amazing. She needs cons for really good like characters and like yeah. You know, like Jiburi, like yes, maybe. I mean, I don't want to argue about that again. Like, you know, like what's the problem again? Like the more characters you have, the more teams you can use. It's kind of like flexibility. It's like your account will be more flexible. That's why. It's not about damage. You know what the point is? As I mentioned before, you don't need constellation for characters to do damage and to clear all of the stuff in this game. You can clear, let's say, until now, maybe couple times Spiral Abyss was extremely difficult when you cannot use 4-star. At the moment you can use only 4 stars. Yes, Constellations 4-star, Constellation 6 4 stars to clear the Spiral Abysses. It's possible now. Yes, we usually time to time get some crazy events, but even that events, it's possible to do like with Constellation 0. Now we have Mavuika, which is a crazy DPS. I mean, like the point is, you don't need constellations, you know, for some characters. But Effie definitely will give you some additional archetypes, some additional teams, you know? So yeah, because like Xilonen is not almighty, she cannot be used in any teams, and also you usually want to use 2 teams. Like in Spiral Abyss, right? You can use like 2, you need to use 2 teams. You can use Xilonen on one side, and like let's say that Effie on another side, you know? So yeah, like having additional characters is not a bad, in my opinion. Kinich best Dendro Vortex. Yes, that's actually true. I know that, like MZ. Kinich is a great. Bro, I'm gonna use like iansan with Kinich, since iansan like character who moves a lot. Like on top of that, actually Kinich is another character. I would say Kinich is the second one, which going to be great with iansan. With iansan's, like let's say that he can fuel iansan with Night Soul points. That's true. Because first one is Varesa, second one is Kinich. So yeah, and you can keep that buff, iansan buff up. And also, like, it's not a circle, and also she can heal you a little bit, so you can avoid using Cookie Shinobu. Let's say, as you know guys, Kinich Hyperbloom team exists, you know? And it's actually playable team. You can go the team like this. Like, yeah, first half is not a great option. Why Emily? Because like, yeah, second Dendro, and yes, I will get a little bit more damage, and yeah, that's... I can go though like maybe some another healer, but yeah, let's give this one try. Dandelion Sea. No, it's called like not Dandelion Sea, by the way. Yeah, by the way, about that, it's called, they call it like just a second, Dorman Port. something like that. I will release a video tomorrow. So yeah, it was like an anecdote with Rosa, and she kind of like says that so yeah. I see, and Jean mom is Dortmund Port. Tomorrow they release a new last episode of Solo Leveling. Well, like, I don't like Varesa gameplay much. I only like her. Yeah, that's I got it. So yeah, you like Josh, I got it. You like animations. That's why. Because her exploration actually abilities is crazy as hell. It's super fun. And also, as you know, you don't need to like reach that fury passion state to do some damage. You know, you just, by the way, guys, with Varesa, you can do plunge by using your charge attacks. So yeah, you can activate that. It's actually cool. You still can get some damage. Looks like Barrow arc is gonna end. Okay, the only thing I like about like Varesa gameplay is her gameplay looks like Shao Constellation 6. Constellation 6, you know, like maybe, I don't know, but like I would say, like, you know, like if you ask me, I still think Shao is better. Then like Shao is definitely better than like in terms of like plunging. Shao's premium team, like, yes, it's like better than like Varesa's premium team. Yes, it's a little bit maybe expensive. Yeah, maybe. And actually you can use the iansan with Shao as well. Alright, so yeah, let me try this one. So yeah, this one is like
励ましたり慰めたりするのは苦手だが
我に光る清掃を開始左右ルコサイ嫌いマジで慰乗り
退路はない
You see, like, yeah, it's not a great one. That's true.
清掃を開始この剣はわかるかい雨描き方し股間を切り立ってな切り手でこらちりなさい もっと慎重に再構成します動くべきだ形は歌よにし
かかったな
清掃を開始します役払い雨描き方しこの剣はわかるかい
獲物だ
How does this destroy his shield for him? That's actually super slow.
福育の語りしっかり立ってな全霊権限
退路はない
清流の烈焰で宇宙区なんちらを照らそう一切合切もやし尽くせ龍がいそうかい再構成します邪魔をするな
かかったな赤日の影よ我が命を
管理します切りとだけ散りなさいこの剣は我が永遠に黙らせてやる
Well, actually, you know what? I didn't expect Finch was killing this one. I mean, like, I didn't expect that. But yeah, it seems it's possible. I mean, it's better to use, like, not this team. Emily is kind of like downgrade, I would say, for this one. Yeah, and it lasts for 2 minutes and 30 seconds. It's terrible. But still playable. I mean, like, the point is, like, Kinich in this case, like, yeah, he's completely different. I like Kinich a lot. Unfortunately, guys, yes, like, choose like if you want to go for specific teams, etc., something like that, it always depends on enemies. You know, you cannot use like and blessing, as you see, like yeah, elemental skill hydro damage. It means like not all of the hydro characters, it's some of them. Kinich is great on second half, actually. He's way better on second. Yes, we have this chicken, but yeah, we can give it a try, actually. You know what? Let's give it a try. Hyperbloom. Yes, maybe. By the way, you pulling anyone other than Varesa next update? About Varesa, actually, I changed my mind a little bit, MZ. You know why? I changed my mind because like Varesa is kind of like going to be not so. I mean, like she's okay. I don't have Electro. Having Electro is nice, but I don't think if I want to spend my 50-50, you know, I definitely will do some pulls. Maybe like 4 or 5 multis, and if I will be lucky enough, I can get, if I can get iansan within 5 singles, at least like 3 copies. That would be just incredibly difficult. I know that just like, yeah, it's impossible literally if you ask me. But yes, if I can like want to save my 50-50 actually for a future banner. Yeah, if you like log in like onto Jean's birthday, her letter explained that her mom is in dormant port and like the Warka is hiding to not cry. Oh, for real? I didn't know that. I will check that, Lucas. Thank you very much for the info. Like, you know, like that like dormant port is like, yeah, it's dormant. Yeah, dormant. Dormant port. It's going to be like released in this version, if I'm not mistaken. Furina and mualani made for first half for Furina and mualani. Yes, like not only Furina and, oh yeah, like actually yes, because like damage comes out of frost skills. That's true. The only problem is for the first half, you know what? That shield. Because shield doesn't care about your like damage and blessing doesn't care about that. You just need to apply hydro as much as possible, and like cryo or like dendro as much as possible to destroy the shields. You know, that's it. Just it's about like that. But yes, definitely mualani and Furina. Show coming the look where is the second half. Show come like, yeah, kind of like all of them. Let's say it's not like that. You know why? Actually, I found like Arlekinos overloaded teams pretty powerful. Like this one. You can use Ororon to destroy that like second boss, or you can like, yeah, just like for a test. Let me check my Arlecchino. Oh yeah, she's EM. Let me switch to like just a second. Oopsie. That's not my build. Oh yeah. Because I use this one. Yeah, this one. By the way, I got oh, for real, congrats MZ, congrats. Finally you got her. Then let's see. My friends also buy me Welkin for the first time. For real? I mean, yes, like if you, let's say that Furina Constellation 2 is crazy, and you know, like, yeah, like as I mentioned, like, yeah, Furina, Xilonen, and citlali, such a great characters. I mean, I would say every account in Genshin needs those characters. I like Furina, Xilonen, and citlali. Maybe Ifa, my bad, Effie is the next one. But it's still questionable, you know. If Effie is going to be as crazy as we know at the moment, which like healing abilities, sub DPS, something like that, you know, with a crazy constellations, let's say for example, she is going to be another like great supportive character, because at the moment, like Xilonen, as you know, is only supportive. Citlali can do some damage. Furina is sub DPS. So yeah, like if Effie is going to be kind of like Furina, right? Because let's say according to the leaks, that Effie looks like Furina because she can heal. As you know, like Furina can heal. You know that? Furina, even she in that like state, with Saloon member state, when you deals damage, she still can do some healing, if you didn't know that. Like a little bit, but healing. If Effie is going to be like that, I mean like, oh my god, with some healing abilities, that would be just crazy, you know? So yeah, but at the moment looks like Effie is going to be like Furina, but cryo, because she has sub DPS. Like yeah, she cannot buff, but she can shred. She is also from Fontaine, right? So yeah, a lot of similarities, I would say. And we're going to have a lot of like areas that need to be released. So yeah, probably maybe like the whole zone is going to have like all stage. Now, yeah, that's true. Like Lucas, because you know why? Like let's say, as you know, guys. Oh yeah, let me start it one. And by the way, I like recently I like increase my Furina's damage a little bit. Yeah, the Japanese is just kind of like drive me crazy. So yeah, let's try like this thing. I can go new wallet actually. But you know what? New wallet team and this team literally has the same timing. New wallet is a little bit more comfortable play, I would say, you know? You don't need to care about like healing, etc., something like that. Okay, let's try this one. About like, yeah, like as you know, guys, so yeah, Snezhnaya as a region, it's so huge, so most likely because of that, or maybe because of revenue or something, they just like divide that region into two like different like separated regions, which first one is going to be Notcry, it's 6.0 update, and second one is going to be Snezhnaya, it's 7.0 update. So yeah, because of that, yeah, like it's kind of cool. Hey Lazy, how are you doing? Lazy, my bad. Furina did 220. Yes, it's possible actually. Like yeah, but you know why Furina did 220 in Spiral Abyss? Because of blessing. This keeps that in mind. It's because of blessing. I mean, like if you will play next Spiral Abyss, is not going to be so much. Damage is going to be lower. Just keep that in mind. It's because of blessing. Because you can check it if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, you see like first half character's elemental skill hydro damage is increased by 75%. So because of that it's 220. GP kinda sus. If it would be underrated for real. Underrated, we still don't know about that. You know why, MZ? Because like let's say we definitely will get some leaks in a couple days. As you know, guys, so yeah. Just a second. It's about like, yeah, 3 days only on, if I'm not mistaken, it's like it's on March 26th, right? Yeah. So yeah, it's kind of in like 5 days or 4 days. It's 5 days, yeah, something like that. Hey Tanuki, how are you doing? Effie might enable Furina freeze. Actually, you know what? Like at the moment, we can enable Furina freeze with Ganyu. But I would agree that Effie will apply some like if she's going to be of field DPS, and I can apply some consistent cryo application and do some damage at the same time. Yes. The only problem is freezing is not always, but usually is downgrade for your DPS because you just freeze the enemies. It's not a damage reaction. It's kind of like, yeah, it's you stun the enemies, you know. I just want to say like hi there, and I'm going to okay, like well, sleep well, Tanaki. Thanks for coming through. No, that's it called Furina Cop, not Furina Freeze Vortex. Furina Cop. I mean, like, you know what? If you ask me, like, if you remember, like, last, like, Spylabis, I used, like, Freeze Team a lot. It's actually not bad. Actually, I can try Freeze Team, you know? Oh, yeah, like, let's give it a try. The only problem is, like, that wave. Wave is super annoying. But, yeah, let's give it a try. So, yeah, first team is going to be, like, second team is going to be... I will continue even if I cannot do it in time, because who cares? So yeah, we just like have fun. It's like I always like remember that like how I forgot like to watch Wuthering Wave stream. That's crazy actually. I will rewatch it, like, yeah. So yeah, let's do Freeze Team. It's kinda going to be maybe Kazuha? I don't know, it's going like, I would say it's like, yeah, like this one and maybe Electro. No, Electro is bad. Let's go like yes, we need like another Hydro, definitely. We need another Hydro. Yeah, let's try this. Yeah, last bit was like freeze buff, like no, it wasn't freeze buff. It was swirl buff. But why is freeze is good? You just because you can swill Hydro and you can swill Cryo. In this case, you got like crazy amount of damage. That's why. Oh yeah, of course, my bad. Like, who is going to be heal my characters? Huh? That's crazy, actually. Who is going to be heal my characters to get some, like, if I get the damage? It's not Kazuha. So because of that... let's go Shinyon. Or maybe Jin. Jin is actually crazy, you know why? Oh yeah, let's go Jin. So yeah, the team is going to be Shinchu, Furaina, like, you know, like some guy says Furaina. I like when they Furaina. That sounds pretty cool. Even though it's odd, like, but it's still cool, like Furaina. So yeah, let's go Furaina and let's go like this. Camellia. By the way, about Camellia, that's true. Camellia is like, yeah, her voice lines are so... No Shorekeeper inside yet. You know why? Shorekeeper is broken as hell. Genshin, like Bennett Circle. Yes, Bennett Circle is kind of crazy. And you know what? About iansan and Bennett, even though if you want to get more damage, iansan is upgrade for some teams where you used to use Bennett. Bennett is still better. You know why? Because Bennett can heal, and that healing in many cases can be so crucial. You know, so iansan's healing is kind. Let's say iansan has no healing whatsoever, but because of buff, you maybe go for her over like Bennett. But if you need some healing, definitely Bennett is an option. Definitely. Charlotte goaded for Furina Freesum. Yeah, that's true. Charlotte is actually good. The only problem with Charlotte, her bursts last for 5 seconds or something like that. It's terrible. Why Charlotte is good? Because Charlotte is a catalyst character, and you can apply cryo by doing normal attacks. So yeah, that's why. WuWa base character, Shorekeeper, rerun in second phase MD. If you don't have like Shorekeeper, yes, that's true. Using Ayaka for freeze. Oh yeah, actually yes, you know why Ayaka for freeze? Because like, as I mentioned before, MZ, like, just keep that in mind. Freeze is not a damage. Freeze is bad for damage. So because of that, you need to do some damage.
に誓う。雪を舞え桜吹雪。
歌よ錦となれ。雨描きがたしこの剣。
お披露目だ。光り輝くがいい。風よわたっや
大ウルコ
失礼。
雨描きがたし。
いざ勝負。世界を熱狂の渦に剣に誓う。踊りなさい。
Oh my god, come on. And yeah, the problem is like, actually, you know, like, it's actually not bad.
雪を舞え。
この剣はわかるかい。股間奥義。
The only problem is like going to be like
お
down.
披露目だ。失礼。
Let's see, it's not bad. Okay.
雪を舞え。いざ勝負。
Let me try it again. I didn't expect that. I mean, like, it's actually not bad. I messed up with bursts a couple times, but yeah, it's possible. Charlotte in doing no damage. Oh yeah, that's true. Actually, Charlotte is not for damage. I mean, no, actually you can build Charlotte with the damage with higher constellation, but yes, she's not so great. Yes. I prefer Dormant Port like on 5.0 over like limited time map, so the road to not cry is complete. Oh yes, like Lucas, most likely, just a most likely that port is going to be released in 5.8 like or 5.7. I assume 5.8 because as you know, like yeah, the only we already like Hoyo already mentioned that like Dormant Port couple times. Because we haven't been to Apple Archipelago. Oh yeah, like actually, like you know what, MZ, I don't know about you guys, but that Golden Apple Archipelago was so annoying. It's extremely annoying. Terrible map. It's like you need to like ride that boat. Oh my god, I hated that map so much. Like yeah, that map was annoying as hell. Like which map I like, temporary map, it was official map, if you remember. That the castle, that was crazy actually, it was something new. It also was limited. Back then, by the way, we got official's new outfit. Unfortunately, Ayaka's damage is not so great, but I cannot go Cookie Shinobu. Actually, maybe I can, but yeah, that healing is not going to be enough. Last time we were like in fairy tale like kids garden. Yeah, that's true. Like it's actually it was fun. You know why? It was fun. Yeah, 2 years I missed. Like oh, for real? Oh, I didn't know that, Lucas. Cleveland was like low-key boring to explore. Oh yeah, maybe like well, in 2.1 we were like on the Golden Apple. The castles that you mentioned, it was like on that event. Yes, that's true. Oh, it was event. I forgot about that. It was event. Oh yeah, my bad. It was kind of map. It wasn't event. Oh maybe, my bad. I don't remember then exactly. But yeah, that place was just crazy, amazing. But if you ask me personally, I don't like that archipelagos, to be honest. It's fun, it gives us some primogems, etc., something like that, exploration, some like puzzles. But yeah, you know, sometimes you want something new, something more, let's say, more not kind of dynamic maps, you know, my more static maps, you know, like that's why, yeah, having something like which will stay in game would be better in my opinion. So yeah. We had official Mona Kazuha Island. Even Shinyo. Oh yeah, I don't remember that. I don't remember, is that like, oh, maybe yes, islands. Okay.
風の神
サイウルコ
失礼神里流
雨描きがたし
Yeah, this one is ranked a little bit better.
お披露目だ世界を熱狂の渦に風よ私
歌よにした
僕を称えよ歌え僕のいざ勝負風の神
サイウルコ
踊りなさい
For real, I destroyed Xilonen so fast. That's crazy.
雪を前
この剣はわかるかい
Yeah, this one is going to be difficult, you know why?
いざ
Because like here. Yeah, I need to heal. Yeah.
形はせ
That's a
こ
problem.
の剣はわかるかい歌よ錦とな
雪を前にゃっお披露目だ踊りなさい
Yeah, I messed up a little bit, but yeah, I will keep the team. Let's give it a try. Why not? Second one, yes. Second one is going to be like Genshin. Release Mondstadt expansion and like my life will be yours. Damn man, like getting Furina buff from burst. It's considered so annoying. Getting Furina's buff at come on, like MZ. No need to flex with your cancellation to Furina. Come on, just stop it. I know, but it's true. But you know what? I mean, like actually, like Constellation 1 helps a lot because Constellation 1 gives you 150 farm fight stack immediately after using burst, and also like that cap increase from 300 to 400, and that's obvious that the damage is better.
あなたも一緒に踊りたいのみんながそばに一緒に踊りましょう武器を捨てろいい観客になってねやっだねやっ権限全力攻撃
影のカラスが
動くな
またか。
よっ
No, I cannot do it in time, but I will continue.
貫くくらえみんながそばに
断罪の
最後の警告だやっ
Okay, I didn't expect that. Alright, okay, let's continue. I was playing like, yeah, yeah, Constellation 1 really helps. Yeah, Constellation 1 is actually helps a lot, but Constellation 2 just like, yeah, gives you damage because like, yeah, that's HP increase. That's crazy. I was playing Constellation 0 for on my friend's account and he can't finish Abyss. The downgrade was like low-key crazy for Constellation. Oh yeah, like it's a huge difference. Like yeah, Constellation 2 and Constellation 0, it's a huge difference. Actually for many characters, especially for those supportive characters, which is Citlali, Xilonen and Furina, yes. All of them at Constellation 2 just insanely crazy. Unless you play Furina with new OLED. Oh yeah, like yeah, that's a huge buff. You know why it's buff? Because Furina, as you know, like concession to increase not only her personal HP but also your teammates' personal HP. And more HP for new OLED means more damage. So yeah, this freeze team. I don't remember the enemies. Yeah, I catch them as well.
風の神よ、我らを導きたまえ。踊りなさい。神里
I'm going to use them. Oh yeah, I catch them as well.
光り輝くがいい。いざ勝負。風よ、失礼。歌よ西となれ。雨描き型。踊りなさい。それ勝った。カジャー歌え。僕の名のもとに。剣に誓う。
Of course, like you should. I hope I.
失礼。
Can I? Yes, I can.
左右ルコ雪を前。それいざ。やっそれ神里流遠くをたた風の神。
Why? Oh, I messed with that. Dang, oh, what's... Alright. Somehow I just missed that burst. Oh my god. That's alright. Damn, dreamers. Again, that like lava boss on my new OLED. With this team like new OLED, Jin, citlali, and for yes, it's possible. With craftable weapon, not even need for like Xilonen team. And citlali with new OLED really got like no, like let's say yes again, like Kazuha is still better, guys. Kazuha is still better than like citlali, because you again like the problem is that freeze. The problem is that freeze because Kazuha gives you damage. Citlali on top of that gives you some freeze, which is actually might be not so useful. Like, I don't want to say it's bad, it's good team, but Kazuha is still better. Kazuha gives you more damage. Oh my god, that's terrible.
燃えろ。これは必要な物。せえ。みんながそばに。夜の権限。最後の警告だ。
Of course, I forgot.
権限。投降しろ。
Anyway, let's continue. I mean, I can do it in time. I just messed up with that rotation. Yeah, a lot.
ここより登る。貫く。燃えろ。全力。動くな。よっ。や。これは必要な武力。みんなは俺が守る。
権限。
みんながそばに武器を捨てろ。答えなさい。
this stuff a lot. It's like this enemy is a little bit annoying. She can jump with her pillow and kill. Ah, yes, actually she's fun to play. Let's try. Okay, let's try. That. That team, no problem. Like, yeah, instead of instead of Furina, let's try Nuvolet Citlali. Nuvolet Citlali. I still prefer to use, like, yeah, both of them. So yeah, first one is going to be like not Ayaka team, but yeah, let's go like team like this. Let's go Kazuha. Let's go. Yeah, something like that, right? Yeah, first half. Crow is pretty good, I would say. Second one, yes, is going to be the same. I like to use Chevreuse team. Even though my Chevreuse is Constellation 0, I still like this team. But Loki, she has like hitting 120 because of like buff from Abyss. Lava Boss, like, you need like which one? Oh yeah, that's true. I mean, like, yeah, that Spile Abyss or like buff, by the way, it's crazy. You know why? Just imagine you get like 75% and 75%. That's insanely great. Alright, so yeah, let's try. Yes, especially you need to break Lava Boss shield with Furina. Lava Boss, yes, like not only for Furina, like Furina, Shinchu, they're both like pretty good characters. Actually, I have plenty of time. Yeah, let's do like this one. Alright, so yeah, this other Lekino is like, damn bro, she's crazy. Yeah, that's why I put Furina with Mualani. Oh yeah, actually yes, it's because of blessing as well. Because like, as you know, like you have that blessing and Mualani's damage comes out of her skill. So yeah, like the characters like Shinchu is okay, Furina is okay, Mualani is okay. Then we have, if I'm not mistaken, Ayato as well. He is okay. Lekino overloaded low, like he eats the Andrew chicken. Like, you know what? You know what's the point is? My Chevreuse is Constellation 0. Like, just imagine with Constellation 6 she's going to be just crazy. And also I use White Tassel. With her signature she just destroys the enemy.
褒美を垂れろ。
さあ働きなさい。シトラリー、キッズパパ、こうよ。
高く私は下げず。
With citlali, by the way, try to be like close to enemy. Why, you know why? Because she consistently like that.
大松となるがいい。もみちがう。散らまく惜しむ。
手加減なしよ。白竜の力を思い知りなさい。
Come on, just fly. Yeah, of course you need to fly immediately.
静粛に。
僕をたたえよ。世界の熱狂の。
と風よ。
さあ働きなさい。シトラリー、キッズパパ、こうよ。
高く
Oh my god.
私は下げず。
Anyway.
褒美を垂れろ。
お披露目だ。スイッチにめよ。契約。
I'm going to use all of them.
私はない。
口封じは任せたからね。
NVidia, she's really comfy for like melt Arlecchino with which one? My friend, like Arlecchino sometimes reach 170 overloaded. Yeah, it's possible. Like let's say with signature it's easy. I just use White Tassel, but with signature it's just insanely crazy. Yes, like Arlecchino's overloaded, insanely great team. Even if you have Chevreuse Constellation 0.
貫く。全力こ。
いや、この裁きを受けて。
影のカラスが優也をもと。
You should have like
みんなは俺が守れ。
答えなさい。
却下する。さよ。
yeah, I missed a little bit.
月のように永遠な。
全力攻撃。
断罪のな。
動くな。
Yeah, of course. Like, after
投降しろ。
夜の源源。
みんなは俺が守る。
またか。
yeah, I waste so much time. Yeah, I cannot do anything. Anyway, yeah, my bad.
姿を見。
Yeah, it's still like, yeah, you need to like give it a try a couple times. Okay, let's. Would I like Arlecchino overload the team like and like? Ah, mavuika pillar. Yeah, mavuika pillar. Yes, because you still can use ororon, by the way. Okay, let me do domains, and because I completely forgot. Yeah, let's do like couple runs with different teams. Let's first go citlali team. We can use like the kinich team as well, you know, like kinich freeze team. Huh. You know, like something like that. It's kinich, it's furina, it's ganyu, and maybe Kokishinobu. Let's give it a try.
俺に任せてくれ。
If I have enough energy, that would be on that will be alright. Oh yeah, I have enough energy.
次の種瑠璃のように落ちなさい歌え僕の生もの
かかったな
That's crazy, actually. That's kinich. That's for real. That's kinich. I don't know. Like I was super lucky when I got him, but yeah, he can be played in like completely different, like crazy, like how Rat calls them, like yeah, some like weird teams, you know. And he's still doing. Fischl is better, but Cookie is easy to use. Fischl is better. No, like it's different. You know why? Cookie and Fischl completely different characters. I mean, because let's say in overloaded teams, like yes, because like overloaded team, like overloaded is like a transformative reaction, so EM Cookie is okay, that's why. And but let's say if you compare like Raiden, I would say Raiden is better, then it's Fischl, and after that is Cookie. But it depends on Cookie constellations, because if you have constellations, then yes, I would say Cookie is like way more comfortable to play. I mean, because of healing. That healing means a lot. And I prefer to use like this team, which is Shinchu, which is Cookie, and which is Kazuha. I like the team a
拙者を
lot.
連れて行くのか
Yeah, something like that. But mavuika is with Codex. Mavuika, like you always mess up with something, Dreamers. Come on, mavuika with Codex. Let's say it's okay, you can get damage. Actually, if you ask me, mavuika is Codex is better for DPS, for team DPS, because like that obsidian will increase like a Cinder City.
歌よ錦となれ邪魔をするな渚のリン
風の雲の行くごと
この剣はわかるかい
That's crazy. I like that thing.
参る
So yeah, I like the point is like why I would say Obsidian is better, because like even if you get pretty good like ratio with Cinder City, I would say still Obsidian like is great upgrade for mavuika's damage, you know. Yeah, to buff team of course. Citlali instead of Ganyu is bad. You know why? It's terrible, but yeah, let's give me a try. You know why it's bad? Because like for AoE, Ganyu's application is way better than Citlali's application. But my Citlali is on Cinder City. Okay, let's give it a try, no problem. And yeah, why I switched? Oh yeah, I told you why I switched to Japanese. It's because of anecdote for a couple days. And by the way, don't forget to do this. Don't forget to like finish this event, which is anecdote 1. Yeah, this one. I haven't opened all of them. I like Diluc, Keqing, and Yunjin left, but you can get reward, which is actually 120 primogems. I think we like want Ganyu name card or something. No. I have like name cards. The only name cards I need to get it's 3 name cards. And yeah, that's this team. Just a second, let me show you. I got like her name card a long time ago. So yeah, I don't have name card for Shivruz, for Lanyan, and for Setos. That's it. It's the only characters. I usually place new characters within one team, you know, to level them up, so you can check it. So yeah, this one is 7. Setos is 7 as well. And Lanyan, she's like extremely new, so see, she's 5. She wants to adopt Razor. So cute and more like Lanyan name card. So beautiful. Lanyan. Oh, I don't like. Yeah, I still like. I didn't get it. I haven't get it yet. But yeah. Okay, citlali like instead of like this one. Okay, let's give it a try. She is with Cinder City, so yeah, like obviously damage will be better. Like yeah, that's obvious. Let me check it. Yeah, recently I switched artifacts. The only problem is, like I would say.
動くべきだ。左右ルコー。さあ、働きなさい。ストラリー、しっかり立ってな。
風よ、雲よ、借りなく時。
雨描きがたし。やっ、おっ、やい、
ほれ。
Let's say Ganyu did better.
そこだ。行こう。や、ほれ、風よ。
Ganyu did a little bit better, but still, it's okay. Like you can use citlali. You know why? Ganyu is like I will show you my Ganyu build. My Ganyu is like I made Ganyu especially for cry application. Cookie with everyone. Oh yeah, like oh my god. Yeah, not a lucky day today. Oh yeah, maybe like that strongbox can be helpful. About my Ganyu's build, by the way, my Ganyu, I made my Ganyu especially for cry application. So yeah. She is like with a ton of recharge. She still has some like oh, she doesn't have any. So yeah, now crit ratio. Weapon is energy recharge. Set is like, oh yeah, I use Cinder City. I forgot about that. I use Cinder City so I can get like 12% damage bonus. That's why like the damage is okay. You know? So why not? I would say it's better than Tenacity. You know why? Because Tenacity gives you... oh yeah, let's try Ganyu Inspire a bit. Tenacity gives you only attack buff, which is actually bad, right? But this one gives you 12% elemental damage bonus buff, which is actually might be like, yeah, better. So yeah, let's try like this team. Let's try Raiden. Yeah, let's try Ganyu, Urina, Nuvolet, and Raiden, something like that. Bro, I have EM pieces with energy just saved for citlali. Why? What? Citlali? Actually, you don't need to do that. If I show my citlali, you will be just like, yeah, how is that possible? I don't use EM for citlali. You know why? Because her shield is actually pretty good. You don't need like additional elemental matter for that shielding. You still need to do some dodge. You know why? If you get like pretty crazy hit, it's like none of the shield can save you. You know? Okay, so... yeah, shield just destroyed me. Unfortunately, damage is kind of neat. Actually, this thing is okay. You know why? Damn, well, that's pretty fast.
おさわり禁止。逃げ道はありません。僕を叩い。見切りました。そうか。 関係
I
者
will use all of
ガン
them.
オー帝君のために世界を熱狂の渦に
静粛に私は帰ってきた
Hey Sino. By the way, Sino, what about your Furina? Like, so yeah, this team is also like playable. I didn't expect that. So yeah, you can go like Ganyu as well. So yeah, it's actually good. No, like yeah, it's bad. Tenacity and overloaded is bad. You know why? Because as I mentioned, like you can use and give it like try it, but in my opinion, it's going to be a downgrade. You know why? Because since like overloaded is like transformative reaction, and you can benefit from EM, like cookie EM, more than from that 20% attack buff. You know? So yeah, you can give it a try though. You can give it a try. In my opinion, it's like better to stick it with like EM set. I use like Flower of Paradise Lost. You know? Even though this set actually is not so great. Because yes, this one is equipped characters, Bloom, Hyper Bloom, and Burgeon damage reactions increased. So it's better to go like maybe like 2-piece to increase elemental mastery, you know? So yeah, let's say if it's 2-piece, you can get more than that. That more EM. Oh, so but yeah, like you like Sino, but don't you have don't you have any like region which you can like finish? You know why? It's only 3 days left, and you know like don't like yeah, I'm a little bit like kind of like sad about that. So you wanted Furina so bad, and now you can like just like it's about a couple steps left. You know, you like, let's say Kurina is like, oh, Furina is under the corner, like right after the corner, right? You can go for her and it's 3 days left. I don't know, like I would say, like if you ask me, I would suggest you maybe to go for her. Like yeah, just finish couple like regions, like yeah, get some primogems. Maybe it's a chance to get like new cards. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Maybe it's a chance to get like future cards. And in this case, then you need to wait, by the way. You know why? I strongly wouldn't suggest you to go for Varesa. Because Furina is way better, but it's up to you. Like maybe you want the character, you know? You know what's the problem with going Varesa when you close like to the like guaranteed? The problem is that banner is going to be with citlali, with iansan, you know? And iansan needs some constellations. And if you like at 75 or like 70 or something like that, it means like after one multi, you will definitely get some 5-star, right? So you cannot get constellation for the characters. Like for some crazy banners with a good 4-star, it's better to go when you low at your PD, you know, but not like at a high like number. I actually have lots of regions like to explore, but I'm kind of busy due to exam. Oh, okay. Lockdown since I see. Like I still would suggest you to like to do some exploration, get some primogems. Yeah, because that Furina is crazy. You will not regret, definitely. I don't think it will take so much time. Trash. Okay. So yeah, like you can use citlali, you can use like yeah, about my thoughts about Varesa, it's yeah, like if you have chlorine, just completely avoid going for Varesa. The only point, like if you want to go for Varesa, it's that iansan is going to be released within that banner. Like yeah, she's a buffer. I still like have some like doubt about iansan because yeah, Bennett is still, I would say, better, like not because of buff, but because of healing. Even though it's like a circle, it's still better. it's still better. Okay, guys, that's it for today. I will be online tomorrow. We'll
もし
see.
荒滝派が何か問題を起こした
Maybe
ら
like, yeah,
あいつらを引っ
we
張って
should
で
get.
も
By the way,
謝
I
り
will
に行くよ
watch that like WuWa stream maybe tomorrow if I have time. We'll see because like yeah, it's a little bit like I forgot to like yeah, and also Josh like provides codes by the way for like WuWa. Let me just repeat them. So yeah, it's a WuWa codes. This one. So yeah, this one. And like who am I? This one. So yeah, credits to like Josh. I will think about like yes, like I love like her two vortex. Like I would be really happy getting her. Yeah, I would. You know, like why Sino? If you have time, just like yeah, just do it. Like it's not so difficult. Like if you ask me. So yeah, just like try to do something. By the way, if you want to, just like saying, if you want to, maybe. Like it's 3 days left, right? We still have a couple days. If you want to, I can join your account on the stream, do some exploration, grab some primogems, and maybe do some couple singles, you know, maybe I will be lucky enough. It's up to you though. So yeah, it's completely up to you. If you want me to do that, so yeah, just like right in my Discord, like maybe not tomorrow, but maybe like kind of like choose 1 day, like within 3 days, keep that in mind. So yeah, after 3 days, that banner is over. You know, like actually, like you, let's say, I would suggest you to skip next banner, like next, like at least first phase, which is Varesa and Shinyon. About Xilonen, it's up to you. So yeah, it's up to you. Like just. Yes, I know, of course, really. No, I'm not kidding. Like, because if you don't have time, but you have time to join the streams, why not? I can do it on a stream. Do some exploration, check like some, maybe there's some secrets, etc., some puzzles, maybe do some puzzles, because I know a couple like hidden places. Yes, it would be not so easy, as you know, like, because yeah, farming primogems, you need to do something, but still, maybe it's possible to do maybe couple singles. We'll see, why not? At least dailies, etc., something like that. All right, so yeah, you just like, it's up to you. You decide and tell me, like, you know, my Discord. You can like say like, yeah, because like this character, you know what's the problem? I don't know when they will give us another rerun of Furina. And you don't know either, you know, it's like, yeah, it's difficult to say. Most likely she will be released next rerun, she will get maybe like 6.5 or 6.6. It's about maybe like 6 or like not even 6 actually, it's 8 months, something like that. So yeah, it's a lot of time. Oh yeah, like it's up to you. If I download Discord, oh, for real, you don't have Discord. Okay. Okay, I got it. All right, so yeah, no problem. Okay guys, that's it for today. Thanks for joining once again. I will be online tomorrow. So yeah, maybe, just maybe I will start with Wuthering Waves tomorrow. If we will get no news about the characters, maybe I will start with Wuthering Waves. I want to show you, like, to be honest, I want to flex with my asteroids and wishes a little bit. Just kidding. But yeah, maybe like we can explore that Renesita, its new map. It's actually crazy, and do some stuff. So yeah, and by the way, I can show you fishing, like Wuthering Waves fishing. Alright guys, thanks for joining once again, and bye bye guys, bye bye.
"面倒事があれば私に直接言うといい。解決してやる。
いい感じだ